Risk assessment. What is a risk assessment? A risk assessment is simply a careful examination of what in your work could cause harm to people so that you can weigh up whether you have taken enough precaution or should do more to prevent harm. Why should we do risk assessment? Legal. Requirement by law under the Management of Health and Safety Work Regulation in 1999 and individual organizations health and safety policy required under the Health Safety at Work etc. Act 1974. Financial. Least chance of claim and precautions. Moral. Duty of care owed to all employees and other affected by our work. What information should a risk assessment include? Number 1. Hazard. What could go wrong? Number 2. People at risk. Who might be harmed? 3. Control measures at present. Have enough precaution been taken? 4. Further action required. Should more be done? 5th. Record details and keep the assessment under review. Who is responsible for doing the risk assessment? Your organization health and safety policy will outline who is responsible for completing the risk assessment. In a school, the overall responsibility for ensuring risk assessment are completed is that of the head teacher and governing body. However, head of individual department will most likely be responsible for ensuring that all reasonable, foreseeable, significant risks are assessed and managed effectively. There will also be a line of accountability to the head teacher and governing body outlined in the policy. Are there any standard risk assessment available to use? Yes, there are a lot of examples and models available to get started or assess the process. CYPS provides model for school on the RGFL portal page and RMBC Intrate site. There are also specialized models available for CLIPS covering science, art and DT, AFPE covering sports and PE risk, Evolve covering educational visit risk, etc. What risk exists in and around school? Examples include safeguarding, supervision of pupils and site security, educational visit, use handling, storage and transport of article and substance, cost or equipment, etc. Use equipment, PE apparatus, use of substance and solution, science, art, and etc. Use machinery, D&T. Risk assessment. Attitude to risk vary gently between individual, so a group or team approach as opposite to an individual approach is a better practice when assessing risk and establishing safe working practices. Reduce, not eliminate. A common misperception to risk is that it should be eliminated. We should be taking well-managed and planned risks, not eliminating all of them wherever possible. However, in extremely cases, elimination is the only solution or answer. What if we get it wrong? There is no such thing as perfect risk assessment. We all make mistakes and have errors of judgment. Once you discover that something isn't right, rectify it. Risk assessment are living document and should be amended to move with progress and change. How often should assessment be reviewed? The law requires that risk assessment should be reviewed periodically. It is up to the employer to decide on frequency. Most risk assessments are reviewed annually at least. Risk assessment must also be reviewed if there is a significant incident or major injury, person is sent to hospital, has time off, or the circumstances, setting, etc. have changed. Where we can get advice from? From colleagues in school, local authority advisory, expert bodies, CLIPS, AFPE, etc.